So what we're playing with here, and I said play, it's a bit of an adventure, and what we're really trying to figure out is, how do I create and manifest, crazy word I know because so many people use it, but really that's what you're doing. How do you create and at least contribute as much as you can to creating the life that you want? A lot of us, when we get to a certain point, we're kind of on autopilot. Yeah, you're on autopilot, and all of a sudden we're starting to feel like, yeah, life's okay, life's really good, I'm successful, but and you're kind of scratching your head because there's something missing. And so what's missing quite often is, if you go back to the 6 human needs that we have. I mean, it's in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, for example, but it's almost like when you have one, you want the next one, and the next one is often the opposite to the first one. So the first one is that we want certainty, which certainty can be like a comfort, a safety. We feel safe and secure, and as soon as we have that, it seems to be human nature, is that we want the opposite in a way, like a kind of an uncertainty. In other words, variety. We want variety. And because if we have the same thing over and over, we get bored. Now we want variety. And variety kind of creates adventure, which is what we want. It's something that pulls us forward, in other words. And the next thing, and this is not in any particular order, but love and connection. We want love. We want to be loved. We want to give love, and we want connection. It's one of the most fundamental things about life is human connection. It's what makes us different than everything else on the planet as well. That human connection, that looking into somebody else's eyes, knowing they see you and you see them. So it's such an important need for us, and quite often the world is actually trying to teach us how to be more and more disconnected. And the next thing is significance. Again, this is not in any particular order, but if we don't feel that we've got significance in our life, we will actually create it in some way. So if you're not getting significance from your relationship, that's a really good relationship and a really enjoyable relationship and it's growing, or you're not getting it from work and you're building something, and you will actually try to create significance in another way. In fact, you'll often see it in alcoholics or somebody. They will create drama around them and everything is about them, and that is how they're actually getting their significance. I'm not going to do something, but everybody's now focused on me and I'm getting significance for being bad. But you got a choice. You can get significance for creating things. But again, it's understand, if you know that that's what you're doing, then you're not actually bound by it. You're more mature than that. But it's to be aware, hey, I like significance. That makes you mature in your thinking. And then, of course, we got contribution. Because if you spend a lot of your life, and which is understandable, because you need to, you can be married, you got a family, you need to have kids, you need to pay for schools and all of that. So quite often you may feel that you want to make a different type of contribution, or you want a different type of growth in your life. You get to a certain point and now you want to grow and you want to have contribution in a different form. Maybe the kids have moved away, so you don't have that type of significance or growth, certainly not significance, but a way of contribution and growth in your life. And so now there's a new thing. Maybe you've been really successful in business, you've taken it to a certain level, and now you're going, hey, I've done that. That project's over. It's done and dusted. David Eder often talks about that. You build a business to a certain place and then you go, hey, I'm done now. This no longer, I can continue to grow this, but I don't feel like I'm growing by continuing to do this. I don't feel like I'm a